right, folks, welcome back to the Now You Know Sports Show presented by Rapco Media and Greenlight Auto Exchange. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. We're glad to have you here with us. I ain't got much time, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. Looks like we got some basketball action this week. We back full swing into the NBA schedule. Had 5 games on Christmas Day, so if you're a basketball fan, this was a great Christmas present for you. So first game I want to talk about is the Miami Heat and New Orleans Pelicans. And the score was 111-108. Heat takes the win. But if I'm being honest, this game did not feel as close as the score would indicate. Pelicans kind of made a late push in the end, and they actually showed me something. Brandon Ingram looks like he's going to be a solid number 2 to Zion Williamson. And Zion Williamson, on top of that, showed me a little bit of maturity that he didn't have last season. When the Pelicans were down by about 16, 17 points, they were trying to claw their way back in the game more than once. I noticed him not take the easy open shot that the Heat were giving him to make, and him driving to the basket and attacking the rim so he can get to the free throw line and get at ones. That is a sign of maturity, and a very good sign for a young player who has the makeup that he has, who's basically going to be a free throw machine. I'm pretty sure he shot about 15 free throws that game. If he's going to shoot 15 free throws a game, and he's also going to shoot about 50% from the field, you got problems. Next game I want to talk about the Bucks over the Warriors. And this game, it went about how everyone thought it would. The Warriors have another new young nucleus. They're still missing Klay Thompson. Stephen Curry didn't have the best game. He shot 2 for 10 from the three-point line. Chris Middleton for the Bucks, 31 points in this game, and he pretty much led the way for them. Giannis, another good performance, 15 points, 13 rebounds, and the Bucks are looking once again like they'll be one of the top couple teams in the East, and there's no doubt about that. Also, you got the Lakers over the Mavericks, and LeBron did what he does. I think he scored about 18 or so points, had plenty of assists, but the story of the game is going to be Anthony Davis. He's the real leader of this team, if I have to be honest. I see no reason why he shouldn't have been talked about more in the MVP race last season. But that's neither here nor there. The Lakers look like the preeminent favorites in the West and probably the favorites to win another title. I don't think we need to waste a whole lot of time on it. The Clippers. Clippers played the Nuggets, which is the same team that they blew a 3-1 lead to in the bubble in the playoffs. Which, come on, y'all. If you were the Clippers right now, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You caused Doc Rivers to lose his job, and you replace him with Tyronn Lue. Come on now. Everybody knows Doc Rivers is a decent coach. Now the 76ers got him. I'm pretty sure they're happy with that. But I will say, Clippers look like a really strong team. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, they both shot 8 of 14 from the field, 23 and 21 points respectively between them. It was a balanced effort and a team effort. And the Clippers looked like the team we thought they would be in the bubble last season. Don't know if they lost focus, don't know if they weren't being pushed the right way, maybe they weren't being coached the right way. I don't know, but something happened last season in the bubble that robbed us of seeing the Clippers and the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. So maybe we'll get to see that this season. Let's see how it all plays out. Also in that game, Joker was 1 rebound away from a triple-double, 24 points, 9 rebounds, 10 assists. So it's looking pretty good for a start to the NBA season. 5 games in one day, I'm with it. We also got the team that is looking like they're going to be a team to be reckoned with in the East. I know y'all been waiting on it. It's the Brooklyn Nets. Kyrie Irving looks like he's going to be the leader of this team. And Kevin Durant, don't get me wrong, he's also a leader of the team, but Kyrie's the floor general here. He's the one that's going to be distributing the ball. He's the one that's going to be making it happen. And I feel like this is a good match because Kyrie can penetrate. Kyrie can get down low and do pretty much anything he wants, and he's always got Durant to kick it to. Imagine those 2 players on the same team. Now, I don't know if they're going to be deep enough to win a title. I think that if I'm looking at the way they played on Christmas night, I think they look like one of the 2 best teams in the East. I don't think the Celtics have enough to keep up with them, and I don't think the Bucks have enough firepower to keep up with them. The Brooklyn Nets are looking like they're going to be one of the strongest teams in the NBA this season. Whether they're deep enough to contend with a team like the Lakers if they make it to the finals, I don't know. But do I think that the Celtics and the Bucks have enough to keep Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant from reaching the Eastern Conference Finals? I'm not completely sure of that. The best three teams in the East are going to be the Brooklyn Nets, the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Celtics. But also, I don't think you can discount the Heat, because as long as Jimmy Butler is on the floor, I think that makes the Heat a bit of a different team. He brings their defensive identity and attitude, and he's just the face of the team. So we'll see how it shakes out, but I think it's going to be an interesting NBA season. It's a heck of a way to start it off on Christmas Day. We got some NFL action as well. We got the Saints over the Vikings, and the big story in this game, Alvin Kamara with 6 touchdowns. Imagine that, 6 touchdowns. I don't know if you happen to have Alvin Kamara on your fantasy team. I don't know if you happen to have to play somebody who has Alvin Kamara on their squad in the fantasy playoffs. And if you do, I feel sorry for you, because your fantasy season is over, bro. You can go ahead and hang it up. More NFL action. You got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the Detroit Lions. And the big story in this game is Tom Brady. Tom Brady went over 340 yards with 4 touchdowns, and everybody seems to be very excited about it. But you Tom Brady fans up there, I'm going to go ahead and let you know, it's still the Detroit Lions. He didn't do nothing special. He went out there and beat up on a team that is without their quarterback, without quite a few coaches playing as well. So, I mean, what are you going to do? He's supposed to go out there and throw for 340 yards in the half. He's supposed to be the GOAT. Yeah, that should be child's play for him. So let's move along. Let's get off Tom Brady. And last thing I want to talk about, the 49ers over the Cardinals. And I'll tell you on this, I put out a tweet and a message on Facebook right about the first quarter of this game. It looked like Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins were linked up. They were looking mighty hot. The connection was there. They looked to be in sync. And I'll be honest, I came out and I said it. I said, go ahead and buckle up. Kyler Murray is about to light it up tonight. That didn't work out how I planned, folks, because the 49ers came out and won that game, and Kyler Murray did nothing the rest of the game. He had a good first quarter, and then the rest of the game, they just kind of slacked off and tailed off. It did not look good. The Cardinals had probably a 65% chance of making the playoffs if they won that game, and now with that loss, that gives them about a 1 in 4 chance of making the playoffs, and it actually puts the Chicago Bears, yes, the Bears, puts the Bears in prime playoff position if they can pull off a win this weekend. So that's about all I got to say this week, y'all. Remember, we're on YouTube at Now You Know Sports, Twitter at Now You Know Sport 1, and of course, we're here on Facebook. You can reach out to us anytime. We respond to messages. Get it to us and let us know what you want to see on the show, because we want to do what you want to see. You want to see some Aussie Rules rugby? Let me know. I'll talk about it. You want me to talk some NASCAR? I'll do that too. Whatever you want me to talk about, I will talk about it. So until the next time, now you know.